Welcome back to Life Learning with me, Christy. If you are unfamiliar with my channel, I am a full-time student studying my bachelor's degree in education. My channel and content mostly discusses how to be an online student if you go to a different online program, but mostly for those who go to WGU, since that's currently my school. I have a previous video that kind of talks about what WG is, and I'm remaking it because I'd like to update the quality, include more details and questions that you might have about WGU. So let's get started. So what is WGU? WGU is an online university, but they also have in-person locations. They've got various states like Indiana, Ohio, North Carolina, Texas, Tennessee, Washington, and I think Nevada as well. So they're expanding. But their home base is located in Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you're going online, mostly it's going to be in Salt Lake is the home base. They offer many different bachelor's and master's degrees, and they've got 4 different colleges. We've got business, IT, education, and health and nursing. Their degrees are accredited in all 50 states, which is phenomenal. Not many online universities can really boast that, so I'm really grateful that they are recognized in all 50 states, no matter what degree you go for. Our mascot is the owl, which is why students are called night owls, and also because they work hard year-round. WGU also has honor societies as well. I don't know from the other colleges, but for the teachers, they've got Alpha Kappa Delta Pi. It's a chapter here at WGU. The whole college can be a part of the NSLS, which is the National Society of Leadership and Success. It's what I'm currently in right now. Graduation is a little bit different. You have your in-person events and you have your online events, and whichever one you choose to go to, annually they'll send out like a flyer or like a handout or a poster about in-person events near you that you can attend. I think this past year they had one in New Orleans. So if I had graduated this year, I would have attended the one in New Orleans. I think they change year round. I'm not sure if they really stay consistent. You'd kind of have to ask. But if you're unable to go to the in-person event, you can go to the online event. And yes, regardless, if you go to in-person or online, you can still get your cap and gown. You have to purchase your cap and gown. I think it's like $60 to $65, which is not bad for the price of the cap and gown. And yes, you can decorate your cap as whatever you'd like. So yay! Why WGU? Personally, it's a really great benefit of having like a great program. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think myself and other people are really drawn to it. We've got lots of different benefits for students. The pace really fits your needs, and it's very different from other online universities. I think that's what makes it so popular, is that it's very personalized. The learning is personalized, so is the learning journey. There's big emphasis on learning the actual material instead of just memorizing it. And WG really cares about who you are, where you are, and your future, which I think is very important. For me personally, I chose WGU because I had transportation needs at the moment. I always say to people when they ask me this that I changed the mindset, not the goal. The goal is to get my bachelor's degree. Um, and I just changed a few things around. I had transportation needs. My husband and I at the time only had one vehicle, and I was at a different university that was completely face to face, and I had to go to, and it got to be difficult in order for me to go. So I began looking for online universities, and I found WGU, and it's one of the few universities out there online for education majors. So I never really gave up on my dream. I just changed my mindset a little bit. There isn't an entrance exam, so don't worry about that. There is, though. You have to have, I think, according to like the ACT, you have to have, I think it's a 22, 23 maybe. Just the bare minimum, like other universities are around your area. I'm not sure what it is for SAT, and for teachers, you have the option of taking the praxis core. That's what I'm currently working on right now. Um, I recommend if you're whether you're taking the ACT, SAT, or the praxis core, if you have the option to take the test portions individually instead of all at once, then that is great because it'll really increase your score, especially for teachers. Do not fall for the trap that says you can take the praxis core all at once. Don't do that. It's way too much stress and it's just too long to sit down and do a test online. So I highly recommend taking it one step at a time. And when you're working on that basics exam, you can still take courses for your major while you are still pursuing that basics exam. Tuition here is very, very low. You're really paying per semester, not per class. And that's another reason why WGU is becoming popular. It's not just because if it's personalized learning journey that you take, it's also because the semesters here are basically around $3,500 per semester. Um, WGU does offer scholarships that fit to you, and they also allow a lot of backdoor or third party scholarships as well. Your state may offer grants. It really just depends what state you're in. WGU is still a new university. It's still a new concept, but it is gaining momentum. So it is gaining awareness. So even if your state doesn't really have any state grants for you to apply for WGU, don't worry because WGU is still trying to raise awareness in other states. And you can also take out student loans. That's currently what I'm doing, and it's not a bad thing. The main goal is that you really want to find a good program that fits your needs and so that you can get the degree of your choice. A bachelor's degree for teachers, you basically have like general courses. So you'll have art, PE, science, math, English, history, civics, and communication. It's a lot. Whew. You also have professional core courses. This includes things like being a teacher, teaching to students, assessment, educational psychology, teaching theories, that kind of stuff. They're really nitty gritty of their profession. Then you've got your educational methods courses, and this is really subject content based. It really depends on your degree. Then you'll have what's called PCE, which is preclinical experiences. I just call them observation hours because that's essentially what they are. I think for to be a teacher, depending on your state, I think my state is 75 hours. I'm not sure what your state might require, so you might have to look that one up. We've also got direct teaching courses. This is you're going to be observed for a certain number of times. You have to have some direct teaching hours, so you'll be teaching one-on-one with a small group or the whole class. And then you have your professional portfolio, which is like what it sounds like. It's a professional portfolio where you'll put your educational beliefs, some professional work, essays, things that you want to talk about, like classroom management, that sort of thing. My degree is elementary education. It does come with a license. I would like to note that some degrees do not come with a license, so please make sure you're aware of that. Mine does. I have 13 general courses, 8 professional core courses, 10 educational methods courses, PCE, 4 courses of direct teaching with 6 observations in my professional portfolio. If you want to do middle school, you have the option of doing math or science. Special education, I think it's mild to moderate. And then secondary education, again, you choose between math or science. And if you pick, let's say, middle school math, your elementary methods will mostly consist of a lot of math courses that you'll have to kind of take. If you're doing elementary and you've got art, PE, music, science, social math, reading, ELA, children's literature, that sort of thing. Just, the whole thing. Students are really supported here. I must say that since I've attended, I have been really impressed at how students are supported. The student life here is awesome. We've got like a math center. They've got like live events, help on basic exam, learning resources. The writing center is great. You can have them help when you're writing your tasks or your essays, as I like to call them. They're good for communication, citing stuff, help on that basic exam, and they also have live events. Your student services, we've got the technology center, which is great if your computer crashes during the middle of a test or during a live event or something. That's just helpful. Assessment services, financial service, and accommodations that you can request for a class or a particular task or exam. We've got like a library, which is great for ebooks. They've also got other things like they've got a personal learning guide that kind of helps you to fit your learning needs. There's personal counseling, legal consultation, health and wellness stuff. They've also got like career resume and interview coaching. I'm always getting emails for that sort of thing. Not quite there yet, but when I will be, I will definitely reach out because it sounds like a great opportunity. The courses themselves have loads of resources. I can't even begin to describe to you. Um, and they've also got resources for like learning strategies, test anxiety, and academic confidence, which I think is great. What does it mean to be a student here? It really means that you have to start investing your time. You have to learn to prioritize. You have to set some smarter goals, and they'll really teach you how to be an online student here. Once after during orientation, they really talk about it. Having a growth mindset. Um, there's a really big community that you may not be aware of because if it's an online school, where's the social, community? But there really is a really great large group of people waiting to support you. You've got the WGU Facebook groups. I highly recommend it. There's lots of different ones. You can go for your college or your start date whenever you started your year. There's the Night Owl blog, which is helpful for student interest. When you first start out, the school will send you a welcome box. I think I got like a whiteboard, a mug, and some decal stickers in mine. Very cute. I love it. My other university didn't do that sort of thing. They've also got special discounts that I think you should, use. They've got the campus store. Not gonna lie, I have bought a few things from there. And they've also got the WGU news or newsletter. If you'd like, you can get like a weekly newsletter, which I think is great too. When you take a class here at WGU, mentors help you every step of the way. They check in with you and they get to really know you. I love mine so much. When I graduate, it's going to be bittersweet. um, Instructors here really want to help, and sometimes they even go the extra mile. I've never seen professors do this much before. At my other university, it was always like, professors don't really care about you. They don't care at all about you. Well, that's not true for WGU. They really do care. Every time you start a new course, they're always emailing you about the course and the resources and things like that. They're just super helpful. I love attending a class here. You do take one class at a time, so please be aware you're not taking multiple classes at once. You're taking one class at a time, which again is another reason why WGU is becoming very popular. It's low tuition. You take one class at a time and your learning is very personalized. Um, the cohorts here, they're kind of like live sessions. You're going to be on Zoom, and there's usually like a presentation. Sometimes they record the video record the presentation and make it into a video, send it to you. And sometimes even after the session's over, they'll send you extra resources, which I think is great. And you also get to interact with students as well. There's like a little chat box as well. You can come off speaker or type it in the chat to ask questions. And you work with and check in with your mentor to manage how long a class might take you. For me, it takes 3 to 4 weeks for me, but it should accommodate you. I mean, this is you taking the class, you applying for this degree, you paying for that degree as well. It should accommodate you. So the grading system here is very interesting as well. There is none. There's no grading system. It's just pass or fail, which I love because I'm not getting too worked up if I'm not getting an A or B or not. They've got an objective assessment, which is like the exam. We've got a pre-assessment, which is like a practice exam before you take the objective assessment. And you've got a performance assessment as well. And this is kind of like writing an essay or a project or something like that. Not every class has both, but there are some classes that will have both. Usually, if it's both, sometimes they'll just have 1 or 2 little things to write. Other times, you'll just have an objective assessment or a performance assessment. It really just depends on the class and the degree that you're taking. And here's an interesting thing for you for an objective assessment. You get to schedule when you are ready to take it. There are no deadlines. There's not gonna they're not gonna say, okay, well, you have to take the objective by this date. Nope. You get to decide when you want to take it. They usually recommend that you take it at your desk. Objective assessments are kind of like proctored exams, so you'll be watched through a camera. They'll list some cameras for you that you can purchase. I think I got mine for like $40, $50. I can't remember. Um, I'm not real nervous anymore. I was nervous the first time I ever had someone watch me, but I'm not nervous now. It's just like a habit. It's no biggie to me. You will get used to it. I will say that you will get used to it. So don't be nervous. During the objective assessment, you're allowed to have a whiteboard and a calculator with you at any kind of test, which is great. I always have a whiteboard with me for every test that I've taken. So a semester here is that semesters here are 6 months, completely 6 months. Terms, every term begins on the first of the month. So I started October 1st, 2021. You can take off for religious holidays or events when you need to. You get to decide for when and for how long. Some people in other universities have taken off a whole semester in between semesters and may not even go back, which is, I think, why WGU only allows you to take at least 3 months off for in between semesters. But most students here don't do that because you want to finish not as quickly as possible, but you're excited. You're in there getting your degree and you just can't wait. So they want you to stay committed throughout the whole process. And even though semesters are completely 6 months, you do have to realize your commitment that you're making. You are working year round. So it can be a little harder to work during the summer, but I have a video that kind of explains how you can, really do well here in the summer. I'll probably post it like up here. Um, but yeah. All right. So this is what my degree plan looks like currently. I can show you my completed terms. They're right here. Term one, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I managed to fit, I think orientation. I don't know if it counts or not. 8 to 9 classes, I think. Term two, 4 classes. That's all right. Term three, 4 classes, but I finished my math praxis course, so yay. Which allowed me to take the elementary math methods right now. And I took my instruction to curriculum as well. I'm about to pass this class. I had a task that was returned to me, and I just, submitted it again for the second time. It wasn't a complicated fix, but so I didn't feel like I needed my instructor at the moment. But I did use the resources that she gave me. So I'm hoping the second time's the charm. And then this is the one that I'm on right now. This class, I actually had got to bump up. This class was like, I think in term 6, but I got to bump it up. I was supposed to take this class next, but I wanted to take a little more extra classes because I'm still trying to pass that writing praxis. And once I pass it, I would love to share with you guys my thoughts on you passing it as well. And then for the reading praxis as well. And then when I pass the writing and reading, I'll be able to take these 3, which is the elementary reading methods, language arts methods, inclusive classroom, and children's literature. I'm not sure why it's all the way down at the bottom. I feel like it should be grouped up here, but whatever. If I feel like I need more time, I can take the science methods, the PE, and the arts methods as well, because none of these I think it just requires that I take this one, of course. But the other ones, I don't think it really requires me to take the reading and writing praxis. So yeah. I'm really almost done with my educational stuff. I mean, there's not much left, except for those 4 classes that I need to complete. That's part of the reading and writing praxis. After that, it's just my PCE and then my demonstration teaching. So I'm looking like I'm gonna be almost done soon. If I play my cards right, I'm hoping to graduate within a year. which is super big for me because I've just been waiting for so long. I've been invested in colleges for a while. My other university I went to, I think I was um, stuck being a junior because I was stuck because of the transportation issues that I had. So, um, but yeah, I'm feeling really confident, and you will too. If you start as a WGU student for the first time, don't get so overwhelmed by how many classes there are. Really, this is just procedural. The number of classes that you have, I think it adds up to a certain number of credits, which is the required amount of credits for a bachelor's degree of teaching. So don't get too caught up on the classes. Just get caught up on the content material that you're going to learn, and how proud you will be for all the progress that you've had. Um, well, guys, thank you again for watching, and I hope this was really helpful to you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, liking, subscribing. It really goes a long way for me. See y'all again soon. Bye.